G'day everybody. Now I want to talk about people wanting to make a quick buck to get rich. As I mentioned that in the previous clip about people wanting to make money easy. Get rich quick. Schemes. Everyone goes, I do this and I just push a button on this and I'm barely doing this and I'm on holidays doing this and I got 10 houses like this with 20 cars in here like this and I'm going down the street going, do you want a Ferrari like this? Just come with me and I'll show you like this. You become on the list like this. And we're all getting sick of it. And it gets to a point where that goes out of control, that system. Which is what's happening. It's getting more and more out of control. And people are putting band-aids over it. Band-aid this, Band-Aid Medicare, Band-Aid, Band-Aid. Someone else will deal with it. Yes, and put a Band-Aid on it. Yeah, that's easy. Everyone else does that, so I'm going to do the same thing. It's getting hard. Hang on, that's someone else's problem. We'll put it in now, and someone else can deal with it. Or someone else put it in. We're here, but we don't want to deal with it. We'll wait. Someone else can deal with it when the problem actually comes, kind of thing. We're not preventers, unless we're going to get yelled at too much. We'll do it then. But on that, we're not going to do it. But anyway, get back to people making a big buck. Yeah. Of China's ass. Now I talk about China. And I understand China too. Here we go about, here's someone who's been blabbing about China and upset about the China's bad deeds. Right? But I understand why they do certain bad deeds, because what goes around comes around. We all play these bad deeds. You do this to me, I do this to you. Then what you gonna do about it? Oh, okay, I know you're using that loophole and this and that. Well, you do this to me. You're not talking about it. Well, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna do this instead. Or you do that to me instead. Oh, I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna tell you then. And so on. And it's just a war game. It's crazy. It's a war of law, war. And then they upgrade their weapons. They upgrade the law in this law war, right? When it comes to how we deal with each other and how we control our people and so on. And you control them like that, I might see if I can control my people like that. They slowly ease their way into these. I want to be like that. They're succeeding in a way. They're not understanding things. But anyway, China. I'm here for you, China, right now, about how people scam you. Scam China, poor China. Because, they do things cheaply, and we make them do things cheaply as we use their laws that we don't like against them and go, well, if I'm going to deal with you, so on, blah, 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 right? And so we're going to do this, right? And otherwise we're not going to deal with you. So you're bad. We either make money off you, I'm sorry, right? Or we just don't deal with you because we can't compromise, or we don't want to compromise so we can do what we're doing. Either way, there's lots of ways people do stuff. And countries, and the people is the countries, right? It's a leader. Right? And anyway, back to China. China sells products, right? And I've talked about this to people all the time. And they sell them cheaply. So if you can order from China, drug dealers do this kind of stuff when it comes to drugs. It's the same thing. You get the drugs where they make it cheap, and the slaves over there swear it's cheap, and blah, 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 right? And then we sell it off and we make a killing like drugs, man. We get it here for 200, we sell it over here for 200,000, right? Same shit. Do just a little bit of work, right? They pretty much come to you when it comes to that kind of shit. But anyway, China, they sell really cheap stuff, so they're like that kind of thing. And everyone comes to them like the drug dealers coming to get the drugs, right? They're all coming to get their goods off China. China's the drug place that's corrupted and doesn't have things right and got things against them as they're bad, and as I was just talking about, blah, 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 and they haven't stepped up when it comes to diplomat, community, and fixing all problems and talking about it and all this sort of stuff. But we get things from China, and say it's a mouse wheel. I'm going to put this one because it's the latest thing we just heard, but I see this in many things, right, and how people get rich quick here and get more money than the people putting in all the work. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And then they're like, you get more money, I'm going to get more money. And then the next one, I want to get more money, and so on. And then you have these exchange of hands. The more hands exchange and blah, blah, and hiding things. And like, I'm going to do it this way. The more the price goes up, right? And so what they do is they get a wheel from China. Now, you can buy the exact same wheel for how much did you say it was again? A couple of bucks.
Yeah, for a mouse wheel, it was like $3, and on eBay it was like $15.
Yeah, yeah. So here we go. She can get a mouse. She found it for $3. Right? So say that price is $3. It's legit. It's the same wheel, so she's found exactly the same thing, same brand. And you do get this, right? Or they even just use the same picture, and then you might get something even cheaper than the picture, which is another whole subject I can talk about later. How they scam a buyer. Look at this picture, and this is what you're going to get. What you're going to do about it? It's only a little product. You're usually not going to win. It's telling you put the postage and handling, and this is how we just make money. Because most people just give up. We go, yeah, we got money and fuck them over. Like saying, here's a picture and this is what you got. Anyway, when it comes to the wheel, $3. So China's got to make money. So whoever advertised that, so sometimes the company will have someone else to advertise it, sell it all around the world. So they're going to make money. So usually that one's there, then straight from the company. Sometimes they can just go straight from the company if they do their job. But then that way it keeps the money high and stuff. A little bit like what they call it, Apple does. Right? So you keep it to your own company, you can be an Apple. Right? And Apple pays stuff, how they can do that. Right? And you get this product, and what you do is it's $3, so they've cost them, say, the manufacturer, because they're going to make profit, so they're selling it to these people for money, right? So here, go back from the $3. So they're charging $3, so they want to make profit. So we'll say their profit was $1. Right? They're making $1 off that. Or we even say 50 cents. 50 cents. Make it less right. And then the next one, they're making 50 cents too, because they got it from the manufacturer and they talk to them about the manufacturer and they need to make profit and pay people and stuff. And so they're making 50 cents too. Right? And then this is the proper way it's meant to be, I'm talking to. And then you go to the factory and they got to buy stuff and make the product as well, besides the labour. So they've got to do all them and get the stuff, right? Which is materials. Right? And so they need to make most. But they're only making $2. So would you rather just be a talker and put nothing in and just speak and show, right, pretty much, and pay employees to do those kind of things and make money still and make 50 cents? And then you can do that with another company and another company as you do another. So they're not making like $10. And they're doing probably even half the work because they can get even another company, so they can make 20. So they're making 10 now, right? And these guys are still only making 2, but they work just as hard as these guys. Actually, these guys might even do more hours. What's going on there? This guy's making more money, you see. This is what happens all the time. And then this dude sells over here, right? And then this person here might have a franchise, so he might just make as much money as them, or this guy might still make more money than the last guy, as he only just has one shop. And he's just making 50 cents and he doesn't have other things, but he also has other products, so he's selling other products which also makes 50 cents and so on, right? And so they're just giving it away. The hardest job is of all these ones is this one here. So hopefully after this one spent all its materials, got all its materials and paid for its people, it's at least making 50 cents, you would think, wouldn't you? And after doing all that effort and creating it and making sure it's there, so it's more responsibility, right? You'd want to be at least making $1 than these people, wouldn't you? So you would want to make the other $1 be to pay for the staff and get the materials, true? To be succeeding like these people in some sort of way. You'd want to at least double it, like I said, as these people can make even more and more, and so on. But what happens today when you see this product for $3 and then these people making more money? So that's to keep it at that $3 as they say it's worth. But then these people are going, oh, we're going to sell it over here. We're going to sell it to different clients now. These clients have more money, don't care, don't look at things, don't want, if they find out, they're going to go, well, I've got plenty of money and don't care, and all these kind of things. And so we're going to sell it to other people. So these people are going to buy it for $3, so we're going to make more money, right? Or even $4 and so on. And then we're going to sell it for 15 and so on. And you'll look up on eBay, all these different prices for the same stuff. Because everyone wants to get rich, and the more dearer one, the more they'll go, well, I want to get richer and I believe my clients have got more money. Huh? But doesn't mean it's right. Do people should do that? I believe it's wrong. I believe it's learning to scam, learning to push how far can you go. And in that system, it pushes the system to the limit. It always will. Because everyone goes, well, I want to be like him. I want to make money like him. I don't want to be this one that works all day long when I can be this one and get some clients. But we all can't be this one. And if you get to a part where everyone wants to be this one, no, I want to be this one here, he gets even more money, and all he does is just get on an ad, right? And he sells all it, and he gets profit. I want to be that one, and everyone can't be that. Well, I want to be this one here that can figure out when he can pull out the money before everyone else to scam their money, so he has a Ferrari every week. I want to get on his list, but everyone can't get in. Everyone was trying to. No, well, we're only picking certain people that can be scammers like us and are willing to bend and narrow. It's a very small list. It's not about the brains, because if it was, everyone will learn it, and we'll all be that. But we all can't be that. So there's a system there where it allows them to be that and not you on the list. You get it? And technically, the system shouldn't even allow it. These things are all making the system collapse and not being the normal system that I talked about. Right? And these people here really should only get 10 cents or even less from the product, right? As they didn't make the product. It allows these people who actually made the invention become rich instead of these people who talk about it and can spread it better than these people. And these people could, but these people block and say they own all the market and that to control these people and go, now try to spread it as good as us. And we might even talk about things behind the scenes and the competition and all the things you start to see today. So how do you fix all that? The government fixes it with new regulations and rules and things like that. And they have to get on to things seriously when you're in a system that's collapsing quick. You can't baby around. You'd have to step up and do overtime and get things right to a part where people are starting to get happier now and knowing that it is actually happening and things like that, and they're not going to get a run around. Same when it comes to companies and stuff, they want to rely on a system that's fair and can be talked about. And I bet you the insurance do too, because a lot of people like to all pass the buck. Have a good one, everybody, and I hope that helps out when it comes to what I spoke about. See ya.